The restaurant industry for women is hard sometimes, you know. Being a woman, sometimes you're not taken as seriously as, say, if you were a man.
Actually, I have some friends and my colleagues at other clinics. They are all women and they're doing very well. Now they all have their own clinic. I'm the last one to have my own clinic. Doesn't matter they are Americans or Asian, European or Africa, they're all my patients.
So about 10 years ago, some friends gave us some hives that we brought to the farm, and as a family we started beekeeping. And then when the children started leaving home, I'd become really fascinated with working with the bees, so I decided to keep the hives and maintain them. And I got more and more hives, and then I started selling the honey and started making products using the beeswax. I would like Made by Bees to be like a simple, accessible place for people to come for inspiration and education for bee advocacy. As well, I'd love to motivate people to become environmental stewards of the future. I'd love for Made by Bees to be a recognized brand that has high quality honey and beeswax products. One of my biggest challenges. I would say the biggest was I had no business experience, and that's where the Small Business Centre was really helpful. I don't know whether I have the stat right, but about 37% of businesses in Canada are woman-owned, and they receive about 30% of funding. So I think a way to support women would be to offer them special incentives, give them tax rebates, give them duty cuts, and especially with women, I think that to help build their confidence in themselves and to help build confidence in their product is to support their businesses, use their goods and services, celebrate their small wins. I would say it's very competitive, but I kind of like that competitive side. Sort of puts an edge onto what you're doing, especially if you like at trade shows and you'll be competing against people with the same sort of products. And it's all in good faith, I think. I find that female entrepreneurs, I think, become entrepreneurs at a later stage in life as well. So, you know, they could be in their 40s or 50s. So there's a lot of banter about that as well, which is quite fun.
A lot of the biases were actually more growing up and trying to enter into the business. You really had to prove yourself. A little bit growing up in the business, I remember one time I actually had a chef send out the dishwasher to come and interview me. Just, I don't know if that's me being a female or me being new to the business, but stuff like this happens, and that's part of this career that we're in. It's tough. Women have definitely come a long way, especially here in Kemptville. I want to say that most of the businesses are more female operated and owned than there are actually male entrepreneurs right now.
As women, it's not to say that we don't have biases. It's not to say that we don't judge each other. It's to ask the question, how do we create an inclusive environment as entrepreneurs, as businesswomen, where we believe in the possibility for every woman, and that we know that there's room for all of us. And when one person wins, we all win, because that's the example we're looking for.
So Girlboss Chess, well, we're a women-led organization and we're global. So we have educators in 16 countries, and our mission is to empower girls through chess. As you know, girls and boys are raised differently. Boys are often raised to focus on problem-solving skills. They're building, they're playing Lego. Not that girls don't play Lego, but you understand, where girls are encouraged to do dance or gymnastics or draw. And so it's all good. However, girls don't get exposed to these problem-solving skills that are necessary to be leaders. And so the parents that see this as an important, they put their girls into chess, which is awesome. Chess, when you're in this field, it's like the queen on the chessboard when you enter this field, because the queen is the only female on the chessboard. It's an army full of men and the queen, and this is what we're like. We're like the only girls in this male-dominated environment. So we share with the girls that they're just as powerful as them, and that we deserve just as much as them, and that we can do whatever we want to do just as well. So we just make sure that they know that they have these inherent strengths, and what we do is we just make them realize it and really encourage them to acknowledge